Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Throw complete there. Rodgers. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Now Johnson. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Kelvin Benjamin has to be a feature of this offense that's on your screen now.
Definitely a #1 receiver, a huge target with some speed. It's almost like go-go gadget when he goes up to get the football. No matter how you defend him, he can go just a little bit higher.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a handoff here to his running back. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Now and this is caught. That one good for 37 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes...
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing is locked. Screen play, Johnson. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
He'll run it, and he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, blitz coming, and down he goes. Kamale Correa coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on 2nd down when they got the sack? Because on 3rd down, zero pressure all the time in the world, and he picks up the 1st down with that throw.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Simpson, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Screen 80. Hey, come on, alert. Come get some. 19. Screen 80.
On 1st down, Simpson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. 46 yards.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. On 3rd down, Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up first and goal inside the 10.
Dancing to his left. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now, the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Throwing is Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
On third and goal, Wilson steps away. He may try, and it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown.
Great job. Touchdown today.
They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. From the gun on third down, Rock. And able to find Kirk complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a big 32-yard play on third. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. From the gun, here's Love. Open man is Kirk, complete. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Throwing on second and 8. Luck caught. It's Dontrell Inman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Third and 2. Luck gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Now a run with Hyde. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Going to throw again. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
On 1st down, Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll run on 1st down. It's Simpson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Wilson, he'll buy some time right. This one into the hands of Largent. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now a first down throw. Locke. Benjamin's got it. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Locke. Completes it to Benjamin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, they'll step aside. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Barkevius Mingo, the former number 6 pick. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago. And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw is Locke. Throw complete there. Rodgers. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Here's Locke. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. From just shy of midfield, Wilson, and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. On 3rd down, Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Now Wilson. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll keep it on the ground. Simpson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first.
Got to do better. Hey, alert.
Now Wilson on first down. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
This is caught. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Simpson, and he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's Wilson, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind him.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Going deep for Benjamin. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. We've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
On first down, Simpson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey. His second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Check back. 11.
On first down, it's long. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And that'll make it third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Wilson, he's going to go up top for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
4th down, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Letting one go deep. And it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Love. He got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Luck now after the pick on the last drive. 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Luck's throw caught by Rodgers. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care about throwing 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Luck now to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Kamale Correa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
40. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. All day, every day, any day. Come on. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Target.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kelvin Benjamin. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
And, yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They run the counter. It's Carson, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. What? 50 seconds. Reload. 50 seconds.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Love. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One last throw here for Love. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the victory here for Seattle. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking,